Hi, this is Lauren from LSP Actions, and I'm going to give you a live demonstration of the LSP White Linen collection for Photoshop, the Photoshop actions. So when you install your White Linen Photoshop actions, you will see them arrive in the bottom of your actions palette here. You can of course drag them to the top or wherever you'd like them to be. The White Linen action set is divided into three sections. The White Linen base, to kind of whiten up your background and your whites and get the balance right in your image. And then the skin tones, to really focus on getting the skin, the hair and the details as you'd like them. And then the washes. These will wash and clean your image to give you the finished look that you desire. Okay, so I'm going to switch over into button mode. Of course you can play them like this. You just select and hit the play button down here to play out. But I like dragging it in a bit narrower and going on to button mode here. It needs to be narrow so you can view them all in a column. Okay, so there's the White Linen actions in button mode. The good thing about button mode is that you can just click, you don't have to press play. So for this image I'm going to get started. This is the raw image. I'm going to get started by hitting gently neutralise the colours. My computer is running rather slow. I've been on it all day and I have about 1,000,001 programs open right now. So you're going to need 100% opacity brush and 25% flow. They are the settings that I use, and you can use this for all of the actions. You don't need to change that. The actions will automatically select your brush and white, and it will automatically also select the black layer mask. If for some reason it hasn't, or you've clicked off, you need to select this black layer mask. It's like a scratch card, and you paint white on here, and as you can see, it's kind of showing the action on the areas you want it to show. So I'm just neutralising that kind of greeny blue colour out by using the gently neutral. You can also turn it up a bit or down if you want to on the opacity. Okay, and I'm going to flatten. You of course don't have to flatten. And then I'm going to go for a Brighten Whites, the lift. Purity is just to kind of whiten. I also want to lift this image too, so I'm going to go for that one. And this will start lifting the whites up in the image very, very gently. These actions are incredibly gentle. Now I'm going to go for a bleach, a dramatic white, to lift it up even more. So as you can see, this really is popping the whites in now. I'd recommend lifting the exposure first if your image is underexposed for some reason, using either your hand edits or the Essential Studio Retouch actions, which are much more in depth for all images. These are just kind of an add-on to get your whites looking lovely and white. Smart Whiten. This adapts to your image. I don't really need to use this now because this is looking rather white, but Smart Whiten will add a really kind of smart whiten according to the whites in your image, which is kind of quite handy. Okay, and flatten that. I'm going to come into the skin and work on this subject now. So, oh, hang on, I'm just going to show you fill lights. This is creating three separate lights here. We've got a fill light to the right, a fill to the left, and a fill to the centre. So you can just turn on your fill light. This is the right, so that's brightened up this area. This is the left to brighten up from here, or the centre to brighten up the middle of your image. I may turn on the right fill light, the left fill light just a touch, just to kind of even out that shadow there, and flatten down. I'm also going to bring a little bit of colour back to her face. Because of the white balance and the fact the image was underexposed, we've kind of lost some skin colour, so I'm just going to bring a little bit of that by using the splash, bring colour back action here. Okay, and flatten down. You can also lift the shadows up by using boost. If there are some shadows on your background or on your subject, you can boost the shadows and bring them up to give yourself a lovely kind of more whimsical, less shadowy kind of image. I would like normally to backlight my subject. I didn't for this one. Okay, so as you can see there, the shadows have become dramatically brightened. And then aside from that, you can go on with your normal skin edits. There are a few skin actions included specifically for white images, such as this one. This is Porcelain Skin Smooth. This will add a nice porcelain kind of soft feel to your subject's skin, but again very, very gently. We also have a Detail Enhanced Pop. This is specifically for whites. This is much gentler and crisper. So as you can see there, just popping those details out. This will sharpen without adding contrast into your image. I'm going to go for Brighten Up again, and I'm just going to pop this on those eyes. See, notice how I'm just putting it on the iris just to lift that iris up. I also might pop a little bit here along the lips. And then you have these the washes, the overlays. So let me see. We could go for Vintage, which will put an antique kind of rosy wash over your image if you wanted something a little bit different to pure whites. And all you need to do is turn up the slider. As you can see, these are very, very gentle. They're designed for the most gentlest of touches, not like kind of an Instagram filter. These are much more professional. Okay, so that's Vintage. Let's go for Little Dove. This will put a really calm blue and cream kind of sky to ground colour effect to your image, which can be really lovely. That's it, of course, turned up, but you can add it in just for a tiny hint of bluish to your whites. And then we have the things such as contrast finish. I'm not going to go through all of these. I will let you go through these because I don't want to keep you here too long. We can add more contrast in, so you can literally just play these and play. That's the LSP White Linen collection for Photoshop, available at www.lsp-actions.com. I'm going to make 2 more videos, a lot faster. This is the explanation video where I show you how to use the actions. These 2 images I'm going to go through quite quickly in the next videos. So I'll see you there.